is actually, because you want yellow, not gold.
Yeah, this is yellow.
All right, folks. So last week, sections of the Riverton City landfill once again caught fire. Here now to address concerns arising from this is Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Mr. Audley Gordon. Morning, sir. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. How are you?
Morning, Neville. Morning, Simone.
Yes.
I'm in very good spirits.
So I was told that the fire was put out the same day.
Yes.
So why the smoke was still all about the place?
Well, that's the nature. What we have to define what we call a fire. So the blaze is what you want to contain quickly, because if that get out of control, then you have a real problem.
And you did that.
And we did that.
Right.
So within a 4 or 5 hour period, there was literally, minimal blaze, and containment was done in terms of we cut the capacity of the fire to expand by putting topsoil around it within that time. But it's always difficult to get the smoke out of the air, because even when that's out there, you still have that fume coming up and stuff. So if you are at home and you, for example, although you shouldn't be doing it, you burn some bush or shrubs or something, you will find that even after you pour water on it, there is still smoke coming up. And so that's the challenge we have. People are not concerned much about the flames. They are concerned about the smoke, because that's where the asthma and the respiratory challenges and so on comes in.
Who started it? What started it? We know the source of it?
This one, it started on our tipping phase. That's where we are tipping the raw garbage. And the tipping phase is that area of the disposal site where trucks are currently tipping garbage. Where you take it out of the community, you carry it in. That's where we have areas where you tip, and then after you tip, we spread, we compact, and then when we compact then we cover with topsoil. So that area where the raw garbage was where this fire started. It appears as if it came in one of the trucks, because that has happened all too frequently, where people will be burning things in the community. They have a drum, they probably have some things that they want to burn it to, and then they think the fire is out. They throw everything into the garbage, but the fire is not out, because there are times when, even in your own experience, you will think something is out because you throw water on it, but there's inside of the material, there's still residual fire, so that will expand and get out of control if it's assisted by wind or other flammable.
And it's been so dry.
It's very dry. This past 4 or 5 months, the fire department will tell you, they have the statistics, how much time they have to respond to bushfires. Awesome. I mean, a lot of fire.
It's a right environment for fires like this up by Riverton too.
Right. And then we have a lot of, the wind is heavy there, because Riverton is almost next to the sea, if the terrain. So the wind is very heavy there too.
I'm going to pass where you just said a while about that. The fire come in the truck?
All the while. All the time.
All the while?
Yes, because, all right, let us say you're burning a tire, for example.
Yeah.
You probably just think, okay, now, I'm going to out it. You throw water on it. You don't see any flame. It doesn't mean that the thing is fully out. But then the truck comes, you put everything on the truck. So in the truck, even a cell phone battery explode and cause fire.
I can understand that one, but
yes, and people, and currently, because of how we dispose of garbage, we don't have separation. So people will throw the old cell phone in the garbage too. People throw just about anything. We have pickers on the disposal site, although it's not a formal arrangement, but if you see some things that they pick from the disposal site, I make quite a living too.
Because they're taking stuff out to sell?
Yes.
Like?
Clothes, appliance, you name it. Plastic bottles. And they make quite a living off it.
That's really interesting. Sergi, you're not tired for talk about Riverton?
No, but Riverton is not our problem. A matter of fact, Riverton is probably the best behaved disposal site right now. For years, we have not had, in the last 4 years, this is probably the first that we have had a fire that make the news at Riverton.
For the last 4 years?
Yes.
Okay. But have there been other issues out there? I feel like we spoke about, I feel you're here.
No, because Riverton is notorious. So the history that Riverton has is what? It's like there's a guy who used to give all the trouble in the world in the district. Him turned Christian, or him really serious. Him find a nice lady, him settle down, him stop give trouble. But people still, when them hear say a shop get robbed or something, they say I him.
But the PM made an announcement a year ago almost that we were moving Riverton because it was notorious for the fires and for persistent health concerns.
And I think he was going by the history too, because there were times, admittedly, where Riverton really create quite a health nuisance for the city of Kingston. You have issues, fire issues in the past that goes 4 weeks, 6 weeks. The city is blanketed with smoke and schools have to close and all that.
By the way, the smoke gone now?
Yes, it's gone.
Everything?
Yes. Now, we don't have those issues again, where you have school being closed and the whole community in uproar and so on. We don't have those again.
So what has changed?
Well, without giving away too much, because some of it's not really fit for airplay, quite frankly, but we have decided on a new operational strategy. Some of it started before my time, and we have improved on it in terms of any day you go to the disposal site, now we have adequate amount of stockpile material. So when a fire erupts at the disposal site, instead of going to procure and trying to find trucks and stuff to bring in material, we have material stored on site now as a direct fire mitigation strategy. So let us say a fire erupt 10:30 as the one did the other day in the AM. Within a few minutes, we start fighting that fire. Once we get the signal, the protocols kick in, the heavy-duty equipment that we already have on site that does the spreading, the compacting, they are diverted now, and they go and push cover material onto.
So the regular fire truck that would come to an ordinary fire don't go to Riverton?
The fire truck still comes because there's still need for cooling down.
But you would have started mitigating already.
But we would have started mitigating already. And even sometimes the fire trucks are there. They are there just for backup a lot of the times because the real need is to cover and suffocate the fire.
So you're saying these SOPs, they're new?
They have worked. And they have worked.
They're working.
Right. I'm going to say this, Simone. If all the fires that occur at disposal site were allowed to burn, we would spend every day of your news time talking about fires. We have fires a lot. 99.999% of them don't make news. A lot of competing gases operate in the garbage on a disposal site. That's why you hear people talk about things like using the garbage to produce energy. There's a lot, in the garbage, there's a lot of excitement going on there with gases, you know.
Wow. Excitement is the right.
Well,
yes.
Talk about your same face?
Yes. And
excitement.
no, and that's why people make so much money. That's why even the current enterprise team that was appointed by Cabinet, one of the things that they are looking at with the consultants, a lot of work is being done, is to how to convert the garbage to energy, because the energy is there. We see it every day.
Yeah.
The
So
fire,
there's opportunity there.
right.
Right.
And the fires, when they happen, we put them out, some of them within minutes. So they don't make news. Most of them, 99.9%.
Are you saying that this will eliminate the need to move the site?
No.
And are you saying the residents now can enjoy better health and less concerns with these new SOPs?
They are enjoying better health because we haven't had any major fires at the Riverton in the last 4 years. I'm going to say that the site removal thing, it is turning out to be some kind of a controversial thing because, you know, people live off the site. But the Prime Minister, in his address to the enterprise team when it was launched, and I'm a member of the enterprise team, the NSWMA is a member of the enterprise team, he was very clear that whatever the construct is at the end of the day, that all the factors surrounding the current Riverton, to include the livelihood of people, would have to be considered in the thing. So the removal of the site is not something that be done in an ad hoc manner. It's a carefully studied thing, a lot of consultation, and so on. And we will, at the end of the day, come up with the best solution for Jamaica. I don't believe the site is appropriately placed where it is now.
Where are the other landfills?
The other landfills are in Haddon, in Monique. If you know that area when you're going through Monique, past the JDF, go around and go around the side, there's a landfill there, Haddon. And there's one up in Tubalski, that's nearer to Brownstone side. You have one in Doctors Wood over in Portland. You have the Church Corner in St. Thomas. A lot of people know that one because it's so obvious. we have retirement in St. James, and you have the Martins Hill in Manchester and Myersville in St. Elizabeth.
Okay. Would you say this one is done
Under control.
Done and dusted.
No, man.
Don't use that, don't use-
No, not done and dusted. There's still, you know, there's still situations there that you have to deal with and manage carefully because.
No, I'm talking about this specific fire here, the smoke.
Okay, yes,
Smoke.
we have this. We have this lock.
All
We have it locked.
Good to see you, sir.
Thanks.
All right.
Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Audley Gordon, here with us this morning. Coming up, we're talking innovation in business with the President of the Caribbean Employers Federation, Wayne.